Hi everyone, welcome to today's podcast. I'm very excited because we have Victoria with us. Today, she will tell us about her life, experiences, and give advice to everyone. We will laugh, learn, and discover her story.
Hi, I'm Victoria. I love cooking, creating delicious dishes in my restaurant, and spending time with my family. I also enjoy telling stories and sharing my life with my followers online. I like being honest about my experiences and sometimes funny. I grew up learning to be independent and creative. Life gave me challenges, but I always try to stay positive and strong. I hope my story can inspire some of you today.
How is it to be the wife of a star?
Being married to a star is exciting, but it is not always easy. People are curious about everything in your life, and sometimes it can be stressful. But the best part is that I share wonderful moments with my husband. We laugh a lot, we travel, and we support each other. I have learned that love is not just about excitement or fame. It is about respect, patience, and understanding each other. Sometimes I have to hide a small part of my personal life, but that is okay. I know that our bond is private and strong, and that is what matters most.
Is it hard to manage your restaurant, your husband, and your home?
Yes, it is not easy. I have a lot of responsibilities: my restaurant, my family, and personal projects. Every day is full of planning and organization. I wake up early, check my restaurant, and then spend time with my family. Sometimes I feel tired, but I always try to enjoy every moment. It is important to balance work and life. I believe this balance is a key to happiness.
How was it to lose your mother at a young age?
Losing my mother when I was 12 was very hard. It was a very sad and difficult time. I missed her a lot, and I had to learn to take care of myself. But this experience made me strong. I learned to value life, to be independent, and to fight for my dreams. I also learned to love my family and friends even more. Even though it was painful, it taught me courage and kindness. I know that she would be proud of everything I do today.
Tell us about the courage to throw a chair at a star during your first conversation.
Yes. This is a special story. At that time, Olivier was already a rising star in cinema. He used to come to the cafe where I worked for his casting meetings. But the problem was, that cafe was once a happy place, full of friends, laughter, and joy. When Olivier started using it for his auditions and private meetings, many women came there and left with broken hearts. I could see the sadness on their faces, and it changed the atmosphere of the cafe. I didn't like that at all. So one day when I was really upset, I threw a chair at him. I wanted to show him that I didn't accept this behavior and that he was hurting people, even if he didn't realize it. At that moment, I thought he was arrogant and selfish, and I honestly didn't like him, but life is strange. The more I got to know Olivier, the more I saw a different side of him. His passion, his kindness, and his real heart. Even if at first I couldn't stand him, little by little I fell in love, and I have never regretted it. Today, I can say that I love him deeply, with all my heart.
What advice would you give to young women who don't believe in love?
My advice is, never give up on love. Love can come when you least expect it. First, focus on yourself, your goals, your passions, and your happiness. When you are confident, kind, and strong, love will find you. Don't rush or force anything. True love is about respect, patience, and connection. Also, remember that life is full of experiences, not just love. Sometimes we learn more from challenges than from easy moments. Keep your heart open, and the right person will come at the right time.
Thank you so much, Victoria, for sharing your amazing story, your advice, and your funny moments with us. And now, it's time to give the microphone to the next person in your family. Stay with us, because the story continues. Welcome back, everyone, to our family podcast. Today, we have a very special guest. You all know him. He is one of the most famous actors in the world. He is married to Victoria, the love of his life, and together they have 4 children. 3 little devils, Olivia, Gwendolyn, and Gabriel, and 1 little angel, Olaf. He travels a lot for his international movies, but he always finds time for his family. Please welcome Olivier Smith.
Hello everyone, I'm very happy to be here today.
So let's begin with the first question. What does it feel like to be part of such an influential family in cinema? The Smith family has a long history with movies.
Yes, that's true. My family is very big in cinema. My father, James Smith, was a strict but brilliant man. He was the producer who built our empire. After him, my big brother Vincent took the lead. He is very serious, very smart, and he carries the weight of the family name. Then there is Ralph, our second brother. When he was young, he loved the nightlife a little too much. Drinks, clubs, parties, women. Honestly, at that time, he was like the shame of the family. But today, he has changed. He is now the discipline director at Nouveau, a very prestigious art academy, and because of his past, he is the best at finding little troublemakers even when they try to hide. And me? Well, I am the youngest son of James. I was always in the middle. Not too much responsibility like Vincent, not too much freedom like Ralph. Maybe that is why I became an actor. I had to find my own way.
That's very interesting. And as an actor, what kind of movies have you acted in?
I have played in many types of films. Of course, I am very known for romance movies. People love love stories, and I think I give good emotion on screen. But I also did action films, with fights, chases, and adventure. Sometimes I even did comedies, because laughing is important too. For me, acting is about touching people in different ways.
But with such a busy career, traveling for international shoots, how do you manage your work and your family life?
It is not always easy. My schedule is very full, I travel a lot, I work long hours on set, but my family is my priority. No matter how far I go, I always make sure to come back home and spend real time with my wife and children. Sometimes I bring them with me when it's possible. For me, success means nothing if I don't share it with the people I love.
Okay, serious question now. If I throw a chair at a celebrity like Victoria did to you, do I also get a love story?
No, please don't try that. If you throw a chair at a star, you will probably end up in jail for aggression, not in love. Victoria is unique, and our story is unique. She threw that chair because she was angry at me. At that time, I was using her cafe as a place for my casting meetings. Many women left that cafe with broken hearts, and she hated it. I understand her reaction now. At first, she couldn't stand me, but in the end, she saw who I really was, and I fell completely in love with her. She is my biggest treasure, and I never regret a single moment with her.
Olivier, let's move on to something a little more personal. Your family life. Was it always your plan to have 4 children?
Not at all. Victoria and I originally planned to have just one child. One. That was the deal.
So, who gave in first, you or Victoria?
Honestly, the condom did.
Wait, what do you mean, the condom?
Look, let me put it this way. I'm a very passionate guy. A little too spicy sometimes. I sleep next to the most incredible woman every night. Do you really think I'm just going to let her fall asleep peacefully while I stare at the ceiling? Come on. Let's just say I'm mostly to blame for the other 3 kids.
But Victoria works long hours. Isn't she exhausted by the time she gets home?
That's exactly my role as a husband, to take care of her when she comes home tired. Let's just say I have my own ways of helping her relax.
How did you know Victoria was the one you wanted to spend your life with?
It was simple. As an actor, I lived in a world full of appearances, fake smiles, people saying hello but never really caring. Victoria was different. She was authentic from the very first moment, even if that meant throwing a chair in my face. Laughs. That honesty. It was everything I needed.
Are you proud of your journey together as a couple?
Absolutely. We've faced challenges, distance, gossip, long work hours, but we always come back stronger. Our love is real, not just passion or a public story. Victoria is my anchor, and I try to be hers.
Tell us a little about your wedding night. Was it romantic, passionate, or spicy?
All 3. Romantic because we waited so long, passionate because finally we were husband and wife, and spicy, unforgettable. Candles, laughter, and moments that made us both blush.
Many people say you and Victoria have incredible chemistry. What's your secret for keeping the passion alive?
There's no magic recipe. It's about choosing each other every single day. I try to surprise her with little things, flowers, notes, spontaneous trips. But the truth? I I never stop looking at her like it's the first time. When you see your wife as the most beautiful woman every day, the passion never dies.
Did you ever have a fight so big you thought it was over?
Yes, we are passionate, so our fights can be intense. One time we didn't speak for 3 days. For me, it was hell. But love is not about never fighting. It's about forgiving, saying sorry, and coming back stronger. And trust me, the makeup part is very rewarding.
Beautiful words, Olivier. Now let's finish with an important question. What advice do you give to all the dreamers who feel nobody believes in them?
This is very close to my heart. When I wanted to become an actor, almost nobody believed in me. Not my friends, not even my family, except my mother. She was always there for me. People told me it was impossible, that I would fail, that it was just a dream. But I didn't listen. I kept fighting. I kept working. I kept believing. And on my road, I found good people like Charles, my manager, who became a real support for me. My advice is simple. Never let others decide what you can or cannot do. If you have a dream, protect it, fight for it, and one day you will be rewarded.
Thank you so much, Olivier, for sharing your story with us.
Thank you, it was a pleasure.
And that wraps up today's episode with Olivier and Victoria Smith. A journey through love. If you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next episodes. And of course, share this podcast with your friends and family. Maybe they'll laugh just as much as we did today. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time for a brand new story.